there in Cyberland. Today I bring you a day 3 of the AIrthings Masters. This game was a shortened version. I'm giving you a shortened version of the game between Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura, the two rivals that have met again and will be meeting yet again because they made it to the semifinals. Magnus Carlsen, after, what was it, 8 draws and a win, or was it 6 draws? But anyway, there were many draws, so many draws that it's very surprising. That was his start, but he managed to move up in the rankings by having several wins. This was one of them, and I give you the crucial point of the game between Magnus and Hikaru, which was around move 50. And you can see that either Nakamura blundered or he just didn't see a better move, and things were down on the clock for him. And this is the move he made. The bishop went to d5, and that caused his downfall. Because from this point on, Magnus will convert, and you see this little pawn right here. It's a passed pawn. It will just be able to move up the board and queen, and that would make it a queen with a check. So Hikaru chose to resign. And experts are saying that if he had moved to g4, that would have been a good way to continue towards a draw. So this is how it goes, just one move. One move can make it or break it. And it's very interesting that these rivals will meet again, because in the end it seems that 3 chess players got the highest points from the 3 days preliminaries, and there will be 8 people will be going into the knockout round. Let me tell you who they are. Magnus Carlsen 6.5, Wesley So 6.5, Hikaru Nakamura 6.5, Jan Nepo, let's do it for the short, Jan Nepo was 6, Timur Radyabov with 6, Levan Aronian with 5.5, and miraculously MVL, the Frenchman, got into number 7. Then number 8 is Daniel Dubov, and those were the 8 that are going into the knockout round, which will be very exciting, I'm sure. We have quite a few characters here, and be sure to continue watching AIrthings Masters with such ups and downs. Something like this, again, you could consider it a blunder or not, but again, when you're down on the clock and you're playing Magnus Carlsen, who has seemed to be reviving from his warm place that he's been staying at. I guess he's no longer looking at coconuts on the beach, but focusing on the central pawns on the board. That's a nice, refreshing comeback here. Anyway, so this game basically started with the Ruy Lopez and Berlin defense, which is very similar to how Wesley So and Hikaru Nakamura played in day 2 of AIrthings, but there they ended in a draw. Do you see how the same opening can have totally different results just by the moves you make after theory is over? And so look at the difference. 2 players started with the same opening, and day 2 it was Hikaru versus Wesley So, and they ended up with a repetition of the queens. They started with the Ruy Lopez Berlin defense, and here Magnus also started with and Hikaru started with the same kind of opening, and yet the results are quite different. So, openings are important, but then later on, your own creativity and not blundering are crucial, especially at this level, highest level of chess play. And congratulations to all the 8 chess players that have made it to the knockout round, and let's see who will be knocking out whom. Alrighty, thank you for listening and stay tuned for more videos.